Good morning, dear students. How are you all? How is your week? I hope everything is fine with you people. Okay, let's start our revision section. Eidgah, Munshin Premchand, for Standard 7, Term 1, Prose. Okay, we have already taken this class. We have already familiar with the lesson, but still I want you people to look into back. Okay, and this is the Eidgah ground. Eidgah ground is nothing but the ground which is where people can gather for offer their Eid Salah, Eid Namaz. Okay, it's a ground, that's all. Okay, this is how people used to gather for Eid prayers on the big ground. Okay, on the other day they used to go to masjid where you people know what is masjid, no? For Eid only they used to gather on the big grounds. All the people will come to the Eidgah grounds. Okay, for section 1. In this section, we will be having introduction for Hamid, his granny, his friends, and how he feels on Eid day. Okay. How wonderful and beautiful is the morning of Eid. The trees look greener, the field more festive. The sky had a lovely pink glow. The sun seemed brighter and more dazzling than before to wish the world a very happy Eid. Okay, in this paragraph they used to describe the morning of the Eid. It is very beautiful, calm, pleasant, and will be very much excited, filled with very much of excitement. Okay. The sun seems more and more brighter than usual. Okay, it gives you some positive vibes, no? On the morning Eid, you will wake up very early in the morning, you will take bath, you will wear new clothes, and you will feel so happy on the Eid day, no? You will get sweets, snacks from the relatives, neighbors, and you also distribute to them, right? In the same way, this boy Hamid is also very much happy on the Eid day. Okay, the village is on the whole, the village is very much of excitement. All the boys like woke up very earlier. They used to take bath, and they feel like finally the day had come. Now the boys and they were taking their treasure out their pockets, counting and recounting and putting it in the bag. Who are the boys, ma? They are the friends of Hamid. Okay, you have Hamid has 4 friends like Mahmoud, Mohsin, Noore, and Sami. Here Mahmoud is counting 12 coins for himself. Mohsin is having 15 coins. All the others is having their own coins. Okay, now they have planned to get toys, sweets, paper, pipes, rubber balls, and much more things on the Eid day. Okay, the happiest day of the boys was Hamid. He was only 4. This boy is 4 years old, very thin and poorly dressed boy. Okay, last year only his father died because of cholera, and his mother also died. He is living only with his grandmother. Okay, her name is Amina. Okay, she told that both their parents went to Allah to get gifts and lovely surprises to Hamid. Okay, he also believes in that. Okay, Hamid had no shoes on his feet. The cap on his head was soiled and tattered. The tattered means very old. Okay, it was like very toned. Okay, tattered means toned, very old. He knew that his father would come back. He is believing in that, in grandmother's words. He believes that his father and mother also will come back to him very soon. Okay, and his friends were Mahmoud, Mohsin, Noore, and Sami. Hamid granny Amina was sad actually. Why? Because Hamid's parents were not there. No, they have died. That is why she is very sad. She thinks that if her son was alive, if Hamid's father was alive, this Eid would be very much happiest for them. But it is not happy now. They are very much sad. Her granny is very much sad because she is not having a handful of grain also to cook some special food on the Eid day. Okay. she is very much worried about Hamid, because she don't want to send. She actually is scared to send Hamid himself to the ground alone. Okay, here you have some glossary. Dazzling means extremely bright. Tattered means torn, that is very old. Suburb means outskirts. Gaily means in bright colors. Okay, let's go to the next section. Okay, section 2. In this section, they will be describing some Eid ground and the shops. Okay, soon the roads began to get crowded. Some people were on the tongans and e-cars, some in motor cars, all wearing perfume, all busted with excitement. They all of them were used to wear some new clothes. Wearing perfumes. It is full of fragrant and fresh. They feel so fresh on the morning of Eid. They wanted to celebrate with wholehearted. They wanted to convey it to the others also. They wanted to spread equality. They wanted to spread positivity to the other people also. That is why they used to gather in one place. All people used to gather in one place called Eidgah for spreading love and positivity. They wanted to show that everyone is equal in front of the God. Okay, the children were a calm and content lot. For village children, everything in the town was wonderful. Is it no? For village people, city is very much happiest. They used to see things in a different manner. They'll be very happy. They'll be very much wonderful. Okay, whatever caught their eye, they stood and gaped at it. Wonder. What do you mean by gap, Rama? Stared. Stared means they are excited to see all these things. At last, the Eidgah came into view. They were a row of worshippers as far as the eye could see. Newcomers lined themselves behind the ones already there. They used to line after, each row, all of them should follow the rows. It's not that you should go in the front, you should stand only at the back. It's not that. Everyone is equal. Whoever comes first, whoever serves first. Okay, first come, first served. If you're going to Eidgah first, means you can stand in the first row. If you are late, means you have to stand at the back. The prayer was over. The namaz, Eid namaz was over. Men embraced each other, that is, they used to hug and tell their wishes to each other. They descended on the sweet and toy vendor stores like an army moving to attack. The street was filled with toy shops, sweet vendors, and everything. No, once the prayer gets over, they used to go to the toy shops to get some nice toys for their children. They were the merry-go-round with wooden elephants. They were wooden elephant, horses and camel. You paid 1 paisa and had 25 rounds for fun. Okay. Mahmoud and Mohsin and Noor and other boys mounted the horses and camels. Hamid watched them from a distance because he don't have money, no. All he had is 3 paisas. Only 3 paisas he is having. He could not part with a third part of his treasure for a few miserable rounds. They were soon done with their rides. Then it was time for the toys. There was a row of stall on one side with all kinds of toys, soldiers and milkmaids, kings and ministers, water carriers and washer, women and holy men. So in this image it is clearly giving. See, washer, women, soldiers, milkmaids, kings, ministers and all. Okay, Hamid watched them from a distance. Water carriers. Can you see the toys? All of them bought each one toy. Mahmud bought a policeman with khaki with a red turban. See, the second boy is Mahmud, it seems. He is having a policeman in khaki with a red turban on his head, a gun on his shoulder. Okay, Mohsin bought a water carrier while Noor bought a lawyer. Those toys cost 2 paisa each. Hamid had only 3 paisas. How could he buy such expensive toys? He don't want to waste his money. He wanted to make it full of necessity. Okay, if they dropped out of his hand, it would be smashed into pieces. Okay, that is why he didn't bought anything. That is why he didn't bought anything. If they dropped out of his hand, they would be smashed to bits. If a drop of water fell on them, the color would run. But he looked at them hungrily, and wished he could hold them in the hands for just a moment or two. At least he don't wanted to buy them. He don't wanted to waste his money. He's not because he's not having much more money. No, so that is why he don't wanted to waste it. But he wanted to touch it. He wanted to have it in his hands. He wanted to feel the toys. But he cannot. He cannot go and ask his friends. If he asks me what would be his friends telling, go and get it for yourselves. No, that like this only the boys will tell. That is why he didn't go and ask anything. After the toys, it was sweets. It's time for celebration. It's time for sweets. Okay, some bought sesame seed candy. Other bought gulab jamun, halwa, and everything. They all tasted with their lips. Okay, they smacked their lips with relish. What do you mean by relish? What do you mean by relish, ma? Smack your lips means open and close lips noisily to show enjoyment. Like if you have gulab jamun in your hand, how you feel? You feel so happy, you know. You will taste like super. Like this will tell no. That is what smack your lips. You are making some noise with your lips. This sound, I guess. Relish. Enjoyed to took pleasure in the taste. They are enjoying the taste of the sweets. What all the sweets they are having? Sesame seed candy, gulab jamun, or halwa. Okay. Only Hamid was left in that also. He don't wanted to eat for himself also. He is searching for a necessary things. This is how they used to smack on the Eid day, no? Now, let's go to section 3. In this section, we will be having write the names of the friends in the column A and the toys they bought. What did Muhammad bought? Muhammad bought a policeman wearing a khaki dress with red turban. Mohsin bought water carrier and Nooreh bought lawyer. Okay. Think and answer. The next section. Next to the sweet shop, there were a few hardware stores and jewelry shops. The boys were not interested in anything there, so they walked ahead except Hamid. It occurred to Hamid that his granny did not have a pair of tongue. Tongue means what? Holding something. No, holding iron pan. Each time she cooked chapatis, the iron pan burnt her hands. If he bought her a pair of tongs, she would be very pleased. She would never again burn her fingers. It would be a really useful thing to have in the house. So here Hamid had decided to buy a pair of tongs for her grandma because he thinks that is necessary for her grandma because she always burnt her hands when she cooked chapati. No. So he is having only his grandma. So he wanted to take care of her grandma. See how this child is behaving. He is behaving so mature. He is thinking so good. No, he is thinking of the grandma. He is not enjoying himself. He is not making fun with friends. He is not making wasting money. But he is having a thought of giving a care for her grandma. So Hamid stopped to look at the pile of tongs at the hardware shop and asked the shopkeeper, "How much for the pair of tongs?" Shopkeeper looked at him and replied, "It's not for you. Is it for sale or not?" "Why should it not be for me? For sale. It will cost you 6 paisa." Hamid's heart sank. Here Hamid is like very much sad. He is having only 3 paisas. How come it is possible that he can buy a pair of tongs for 6 paisas? He is not having money. No. Tell me the correct price, he said. All right, it will be 5 paisa. Take it or leave it. The shopkeeper is telling to Hamid. Okay. Hamid said, will you give it to me for 3? Then he walked away, afraid the shopkeeper would scream at him. But the shopkeeper did not scream. On the contrary, he called Hamid back and gave him the pair of tongs. Hamid carried it on his shoulder as if it were a gun to show it to his friends. Mohsin laughed and said, are you crazy? What will you do with the thongs? Hamid flung the thongs on the ground and replied, try and throw your water carrier on the ground. It will break. Mahmud said, are these thongs some kind of toy? Why not? Replied Hamid. Place them across your shoulder and it is a gun. Carry them in your hand and it is like a musical instrument carried by singing monks. My thongs are like a tiger among toys. He is very much happy that he bought pair of thongs. He's telling his friends that he bought for himself. But the truth is, he actually bought the thongs for grandma. Okay. Sami, who had bought a small tambura. See, tambura, what is tambura means? In this image, I have given you tambura image. Okay. Some musical instrument. Will you exchange them for my tambura? It weighed 6 paisa. But Hamid would not. The pair of tongue won everyone over to his side. But by 11, the village was again filled with excitement. All those who had gone for the fair were back to their homes. Hamid too returned home. As soon as she heard his voice, Granny Amina ran out of the house, picked him up and kissed him. Suddenly she noticed the thongs in his hands. Where did you find these thongs? I bought them. How much did you pay for them? 3 paisas. So, here is the conversation among the granny and the grandson. Okay, you are a stupid child. It is almost noon and you haven't had anything to eat or drink. Could you find anything better in the fair than this pair of iron thongs? His granny is scolding him because he did not eat. No, he did not eat anything. Hamid replied in an injured tone, you burn your fingers on the iron pan. So I bought them. Granny was deeply moved by Hamid's selflessness. She started crying for the wretched woman. The pair of tongs was as precious as sacks of silver. This grandmother is very much happy for Hamid because she thinks that Hamid is not selfish. Hamid is thinking of others. He is having a good quality. So on the 8th day also he is not ate anything. He did not enjoy with his friends. He did not make fun of others. But only thing he did for his grandma is he bought a pair of them for the future. For the necessity he bought them. He didn't waste his money. He knows the value of money. You should not waste money. Okay. It is very necessity in your life. Okay. Yes, you should enjoy with your friends, but in a limit. Okay, you should know the limits. Okay, here is the mind map for Eidgah lesson. Eidgah lesson. Hamid bought a pair of tongue to his grandma, though his friends teased. Okay, these are all the main points. Mind map is nothing but some important points in the lesson. Village was in excitement. Hamid friends Mohsin, Mahmoud, Noori and Sami. Hamid had only 3 paisas, but other had more tongs for his grandma to cook safely. Now let's have a revision for book back exercises. Here I have given you some answer the following. What did Granny say about Hamid's parents? She told that Granny told that Hamid's father had gone to earn money and his mother had gone to Allah to get lovely gifts for Hamid. Okay. Second question. Write about Hamid in 1 or 2 sentences. Hamid was a happy 4-year-old child, poor and thin boy. His parents had died. He lived with his granny. Very simple. No. Question 3. How did Hamid's friends enjoy the games in the fair? Answer. Hamid's friends mounted on the wooden horses and camels in the merry to go round and enjoy 25 rounds of fun in the fair. What did Hamid buy at the fair and for whom? Hamid bought a pair of thongs at the fair for his granny. Why did Granny scold him? Granny scolded him for not eating or drinking anything till almost 9. Here are the rearranged sentences and here is the answer for it. Read it. Okay, here is the vocabulary. A pair of binoculars, a pair of thongs, a pair of cutting pliers, a pair of pants, a pair of gloves. And who am I? We wear this on our face to see better. A pair of spectacles. We wear this on our ears. Headsets or whatever. Earrings can also match. We wear this on our face when it is sunny. Cooling glasses. We cut things with scissors. A pair of shoes. Add a prefix or suffix. Prefix means adding a word in front of a noun. Suffix means adding a word after the noun. Okay? Childhood, afternoon, relationship, unhappy, dangerous, wonderful, countless, impact and excitement. Match the following. Write them in column C. Okay. A cup full of coffee, a bag full of silver, a spoonful of sugar, a pocket full of money. Answer more. The thieves came out of the house with a bag full of gold and silver. My mother throws a handful of grains for the parrots every day. He took a mouthful of the cake. Ram takes a dash of soup before food. Cupful of soup. John added a spoonful of sugar to the lemon juice. The child was happy with his pocket full of chocolates. Okay. Listen to the teacher, read the passage and give in the answers. Okay. You have to do it on your own. Okay. Talk about yourself with the clues given you. You may start like this. When I was a little boy, I had ride the bicycle. Okay. Second one. On the first day of school, I was crying. As a child, I spent my free time playing games. I used to admire my teacher. Last year, at this time, I was writing my exams. Now I really enjoy my new school. While I was in Chennai, have never visited the Marina Beach. Tick the correct option. Okay, there are dash apples in the basket. There are many apples in the basket. Only a few are green. There isn't much traffic on Sundays. There isn't dash water in the glass. There isn't any water in the glass. There aren't dash in the basket. Any eggs in the basket. But there are dash near it. A few near it. Okay. Fill in the blanks with some. And you have to write it on your own, this one, okay. There is dash coffee left in the pot. Do you want? What would be the answer? Some. Okay. Do you have dash coins with you, dash, I need some. Do you have any coins with you? I need some. She asked me for some or any magazines, but I couldn't found it. I can't carry the luggage much more anymore. I cannot carry the luggage anymore. I need help. There are much places to visit, but we don't have much time. There are many places to visit, but we do not have much time to visit. Okay? And this one you have to write it on your book. And this is a telephone conversation between Malar and Selvi. Malar needs to leave a message for her father. See, this is how you have to write a telephone conversation. And it is an answer left over here. Okay, in the book, page number 98, you will be having this exercise. You have to find out and write this answer in the textbook column. Okay, dear Papa, your colleague Mr. Rao will inform in your office that you will not be able to come to work for a few days. How is Grandpa? Kindly take care of him well. Your dear daughter Malar. Okay. Describe the picture in 50 words and give the suitable title. And this will be like developing hints. I have given you some main hints over here. No, modern world, left alone, busy, gadgets, cell phones, ignored, feel alone, lonely, and sad feeling. And you have to use like these words and form a paragraphs. Okay, in this type you have to write. Okay. In a modern world, we celebrate Grandparents' Day on 1st of October every year. Here we see a grandmother with a family, son, daughter and grandchildren, but no one. And this is how you have to develop. You have to add some prepositions or whatever, okay, for the nouns. Here are some words that express our feeling. Read the situations. Okay. And that is all for first lesson. Book back answers is over. Try to write it on your classwork notebook. I'll send you.
Know you've been a good friend, and that's in the thick and thin.